I'm Emma Harrison, PC Emma Harrison. I'm the hate crime coordinator for Kirklees Police, and my main role is to oversee the investigations and to make sure that the victim of those incidents and crimes is well looked after, that they get regular contact, regular support, and everything that they need to make their life just that little bit easier in terms of the situation that they might be in. A hate incident is, as it says, it can be any incident that the victim or any other person perceives to be happen to a person as a result of their race, their faith, their sexual orientation, their disability. It doesn't have to be a criminal offence. As the definition says, it can be any incident, so it can be perhaps just the way that somebody looks at you, or it might be something that somebody says to you that might upset you. It literally can be anything at all, but you feel is as a result of something about you, something very personal to you. As I say, it might be the colour of your skin, it might be a disability that you have, and it doesn't even need to be a disability that can be seen. It can be disability that you have, and you feel that you're being targeted for that reason. A hate crime, on the other hand, needs to have an identifiable criminal offence. So it could be an assault, it could be a damage, it could also be the way that you're spoken to, and something that somebody says to you in a public place that causes you considerable distress. You feel that you're being harassed by that person. But the distinction between an incident and a crime is that identifiable criminal offence. When a hate incident comes into our unit, our first concern is obviously to make contact with the victim. So I might make a telephone call to you, or I might ring you up and make arrangements to come and see you at your home address to discuss a little bit more about the problems and the issues that you're having. I think that's really important, to have that face-to-face contact, and for the victim, and for them to have a point of contact should there be any further problems. One of our main priorities in terms of hate incidents is to make sure that the subject or the person responsible for the incident is identified, and if you as the victim want them to be spoken to and advised regarding what they've done and their conduct or behaviour, then we will do that. Our priority is to make sure that you as the victim are looked after. If you don't want us to speak to the subject for a particular reason, then we will take that into consideration. However, we're really keen to make sure that all people responsible for hate incidents in Kirklees and West Yorkshire as a whole are spoken to and advised regarding the conduct. If you report a hate crime, we do need to see you in person. That will either be at your home address or it will be at a police station. If you don't want an officer to come to your home address, then we will make an appointment for you to come to the police station. Equally, with hate crime coordinators, we work in uniform, but sometimes we also work in plain clothes. If you would like an officer to come to your home address in plain clothes, then we can also do that to take a report from you. All hate crimes come through to the hate crime coordinators. So part of our role is to make sure that the investigation progresses in a timely manner, and that the victim is updated at key points to the investigation, but certainly on a basis that's agreed with the victim. So I'd be really keen just to reassure anybody who's suffered as a result of a personal characteristic, as I say, whether it because of the colour of your skin, your faith, your sexuality, your gender identity, disability, whatever it might be. I would really encourage people to come forward and be confident that you will be looked after, and that nothing will happen that you don't want to happen. It's victim-led, and we will support you, as I say, and look after you, and so that you feel confident reporting incidents in the future.
Many people can be vulnerable. Those with dementia, learning disabilities, they can be vulnerable through illness or old age, and they can be at a real risk of isolation because they don't feel able to go out and participate in their communities. People with learning disabilities are a really vulnerable group of people. If something goes wrong whilst they're out and about, they might not always know how to react and what to do. They have a recognised symbol that they can turn to. They can watch out for the Safe Places sign in venues across Kirklees. Our members have told us that they feel more confident travelling around Kirklees. Half of them go out more now. They go to areas they haven't been to before and feel that they are a real part of their own communities. Safe Places has been able to make an impact on people with learning disabilities' lives across Kirklees, and it's such an exciting time now that we can go forward to help all vulnerable people. It's really important for us to be part of the Dementia Action Alliance's work towards making all communities dementia friendly. When members join the Safe Places scheme, they receive a Safe Places card. The symbol on the front of the card matches the sticker that's displayed by a safe place venue. This helps people to remember to go to a safe place if that's what they need. Inside the card, there's space for them to write numbers of who they would want ringing if something was to happen. A safe place can then use this card to contact somebody, let them know where they are and that they are safe.
What's more important today when it comes to your online activity? Buying the must-have item, making an emotional comment, sharing personal information, or staying safe? Kaspersky's top internet safety tips help protect your wallet and your reputation. Number 1. Limit personal information. You don't give strangers your address and phone number in real life, so don't give it to millions of strangers online. And your relationship status? Strangers don't need to know that either. Number 2. Turn on privacy settings. Hackers and marketers use your social media presence and browsing habits for good or bad. Turn on privacy safeguards whenever possible to limit their intrusion into your life. Speaking of privacy, always close your social media and retail accounts, profiles, and emails whenever you're not using them. This lessens the chance of hackers gaining access to your life. Number 3. When browsing, play it smart to stay safe. If a link, ad, or article looks explicit or shocking, avoid it. If a link asks for your personal information, no matter how legitimate it looks, or appears to come from your bank or other trusted source, don't click on it. It may be a trap to gather your personal information or infect your device with malware. Speaking of malware, number 4. Check twice before downloading an app. Malware is often disguised as an app. Never download an app if it looks suspicious or comes from a site you don't trust. Number 5. Make sure your internet connection is secure. This is easy to do at home, but when you're in public, you have no control over your connection security. Never provide sensitive information over an unsecured network. This makes it easy for cybercriminals to steal from you. To stay safe, use a VPN whenever you use public Wi-Fi. Number 6. Select strong passwords. With so many data breaches occurring, you can't afford to use easy-to-remember passwords or use the same one over and over. These put your sensitive information at risk. Choose a complex password that's at least 16 characters long and includes numbers and special characters. Then use a password manager to keep them handy and secure. Number 7. Only shop on secure sites. You can tell a site is encrypted and secure because its address starts with HTTPS. If it's not secure, you stand to lose a lot more than you will gain. Number 8. Think before posting. What you post online may stay there permanently. That includes regrettable remarks and embarrassing photos. Even though you take them down, copies may have already been shared that you can't delete. Remember, if you don't want your boss or mother to see it, don't post it. Number 9. Socialize safely. Did you know fake social profiles are one way hackers use to gain access to your personal information and, ultimately, your wallet? The bottom line is, don't take anyone at face value. Know before you befriend. Number 10. Update your antivirus protection. Cybercriminals are always upping their game, so protect your computer from malware by keeping your antivirus up to date. Number 11. Back up your data. Do this regularly in case you do fall victim to an online scam or ransomware. That way, you still have access to